Hey everybody, this is Butt Sanchez, the only YouTuber that made you realize you've never had a better time on YouTube. Until now. Anyway, today I'm gonna go do level 5, but before I do that, I'm just gonna go into this cave conveniently to the left over here and get the the second ocarina song called Mamba's something. I think the community just calls it Mamba. And there's no real reason to get this, except it does give you access to a warp, kind of, if you look on the minimap, north of the cemetery in like the Witch's Woods, which may be useful in some spots or not, but regardless, I'm just going to get it just because it only costs 20 rupees to get, if I remember correctly, and there's nothing really wrong with not having it. Anyway, that's Mamba's Revenge, or whatever it's called, so let's leave the cave. Now, I would normally go through this cave here to get to what I need to over here. The exit to the cave is just right over here, but I'm not going to do that because that's probably the only instance in the game where there's a dungeon and a cave on the same tile or same screen, same map screen, which screws up my logic to determine on my minimap if I'm in a dungeon, in a cave, or in the world map. So because of that, I'm just not going to go through that, because what happens is when I come out the exit over here, this the stairwell, my logic for my minimap will think I'm just on the world map, which is correct, but it won't display the blinker anymore, which is not so great. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm just going to kind of take the long way around. It doesn't really take that much longer anyway. So that's how it works. I could probably try to figure out a way to get around that, but I'm not going to really bother with it because it's kind of a minor thing anyway. Anyway, we can go straight to level 5, Catfish's Maw. Kind of a fun dungeon. You get the hook shot as the item in this dungeon. And it's right over here in the... Whoops, didn't mean to talk to the mermaid. That is a mermaid. Anyway, this is the dungeon over here. You need the not the feather, but the flippers to get this. Just kind of dive down here and you'll be on your merry way, I guess. Whoop. Trying to be a little crafty there. If you kind of jump on the ceiling, you move just slightly faster. And obviously, if you keep jumping, you'll surface a lot faster. So keep that in mind. Go in here, wait about 1 second, open the menu so I can skip the text box that appears, just to save probably an insignificant amount of time. For this dungeon, since you get the hookshot's used on these Helmasaurs to remove their mask. Until you get the hookshot, they're kind of the most annoying monsters in this dungeon just because they're very RNG dependent. And actually, this whole dungeon is kind of an RNG dungeon. Like, the boss is heavily RNG, so if you speedrun this game, it can make or break your runs. And the Helmasaurs themselves are RNG, because it seems like no matter what you do, if you attack them, they will always turn to face Link and then negate the damage. Kind of similar to the Dark Nuts, or I think Iron Knuckles, whatever they're called in Zelda 1. Just seems like every time you swing your sword at them, or in that game it's more poking your sword at them, they almost always just turn and face you. They take no damage. Very annoying. These guys are no different. Luckily, with the level 2 sword, you only have to do one sword swipe to kill them, so that's not too bad. Of course, I'm getting the business handed to me right now, but not a big deal. Oh, come on. There we go. And there's that. So we go up here. This dungeon's mini-boss is a little strange. There's actually 2 mini-bosses. There's one guy you fight 4 times, which I'm going to actually save right here, just because I want to do a glitch. Wish I could just have this sword out. We'll fight the Stealtho Master 4 times, but if I do this correctly, I should get a key to drop kind of prematurely, because the game gets confused and thinks you killed him, but you didn't. And normally would drop the hookshot, but determined this isn't the 4th time you kill him, so instead the game glitches and drops a key, which we will use to exploit. Now, if you kind of walk up to here where Link's shadow is like 1 pixel above that green spot, and then wait for him to fall down completely and stop, you have to wait for him completely. When you release your sword charge, he should just go straight to the right, which means you can then start pummeling him. I didn't do it correctly, but if you do it correctly, he kind of just goes straight right, and you can just you don't have to move at all, so it saves a little bit of time to do that. And there he drops a key. Didn't do it correctly, but that's actually a glitch if you kill the guy there, as you can tell from the music playing the mini-boss music theme over and over again. And it will stay like this until I get to the next mini-boss room, which is actually just right over here. So Again, I'm gonna walk over here, hold my sword to the left, gonna wait for him to land. And I prematurely released my sword there, but it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Anyway, shoot 3 arrows at him, and then wait. He will then open a text box saying, "Are you?" I'll remember this. And now the game is no longer glitched, which is cool. So I'm gonna go up here, and I need to get some bombs, just because you can never have too many bombs. May as well just pick them up right there, not a big loss. Gonna go right up to here. Fight the shielded step. That would have been nice to have that piece of power. I kind of wish I picked that up, but it's not that big of a loss. It just makes a glitch. Well, not really a glitch, but more of an exploit. Just a little bit easier, but during my practice runs, I found out it wasn't really that tough to get it to work. So I'm just not going to really worry about it. Anyway, let's get the bomb and the arrows here. Get them 3 times. Unfortunately, when I fight him the 4th time, I won't have bomb arrows, so... excuse me, I will have bomb arrows, but I won't have enough arrows. So I won't be able to do a quick kill on him, but it's not really that big of a loss anyway. Like I said, I'm just trying to do this game more entertaining than speedrun purposes, if you kind of get what I'm saying there. That wasn't a very good sentence, but... oh well. Anyway, come down to the 2D section. So if you look at Catfish's Maw, the bottom left corner of the map here is kind of the 2D sections, and then the rest of the map is supposed to kind of look, I guess, like a catfish. It doesn't really look like one to me, but that's not really that big of a deal. Whoops, I did this wrong. So when you come out of the stairwell here, equip your boots and your feather, bonk into the wall to the left, gotta face downwards and jump backwards. This will get you set up here. I'm gonna just save state here. Now, you want to kind of run straight downwards, and then on the 4th, like, Pegasus, like, dash sound, like that, there's two just played right there. I'll play it again. The 3 played right there. On the 4th one, you should be able to just jump and land on that, I don't know what you call it, like, elevator platform or something. Just like a platform you can pull, so let me try this. I gotta listen to this. There you go, perfect. I did it on my first try. So just keep in mind, you gotta just listen to the 4th, like, dash sound, and you should be able to get that perfectly. And then you just fall into the pit, and then you reset back in the room over here. Easy peasy, huh? Now I just have to get out of this 2D section here. Guess I'll pick up the rupee, even though rupees are pointless. I'll keep peeling more bloopers. And make sure to spam the jump button to get out of there. Oh, Tektites are slightly annoying. Don't touch the obstacle, or a text box will display slowing you down. Go south and then left to the first Stalfo room. Keep going south. Ignore the Stalfos that jump around. And with the fight other Helmisars. Oh, that's still a little too slow there. Yep, there we go. I can't wait to get the hook shot so we can give these guys the business once and for all, and they don't have to, you know, give us the business every time they block our sword swipes. But that's the point. I'm gonna jump up here, jump to kill the Stalfos, fight the Master Stalfo in this room over here. Ideally, you want to kill the Master Stalfo. Did I miss that? I did miss that. Surprise! That was looked like the sword. Ah. Oh, whatever. Anyway, you kind of want to kill him towards the right, just because he will drop the hook shot, and you kind of want to be close to the door as possible. So. How that goes. Oh, okay, after I say that, I screw this up horribly, so... not a big deal, I guess. Doesn't really slow that much time, anyway. Gonna just prematurely have an empty spot there, so the hook shot goes into the B slot when I get out of this. Actually, I need to have the feather equipped anyway, so I'm gonna put it on A. Just because in this 2D section... Of course, I say this. I need to throw a crystal. They're much better. Can't be too premature, huh? Anyway, mash up, get up the ladder slightly faster. And here's the Helmisars. Not so... of course, both times I don't even rip the mask off. I just outright kill them. And I killed that one as well. Doesn't really matter, I guess, but who's laughing now? I sure am. Jump over here. We're gonna kill some more Helmisars. Jump over here and get the not the feather, but get the arrows here. And I'm going to show off kind of a funny glitch to clip through the walls using the hook shot. Whoop. I mean to do that. So if you wall clip into this block here and kind of face up and then spam... Whoop. Really, I wasn't clipped into the wall. Kind of just like spam the hook shot button. Right around here you want to face right, and for some reason you'll just kind of keep going upwards. Allows you to skip like kind of a large section of the dungeon, even though we already skipped like probably a third or a quarter, maybe half the dungeon. I don't know why I'm saying a third. Before you know it, we're already at the boss. The most heavily RNG boss there is in the game. As this boss will kind of spawns like his tail through the center, but then he breaks the top left, left, and bottom right sections of the wall. And he has a 25% chance to go through one of the holes. I swear to God, it's like a 99% chance that he will never be on your side of the wall, except right there. I got it 4 times there. Normally, ideally, what you want to do is hit him 5 times. I got him. It takes 8 hits to kill that guy. You can hit him 5 times before he runs away. And when you swing your sword, you don't want to just mash the A button as fast as you can. You kind of want to like hit. It's kind of like a tap, 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 tap kind of rhythm. If you go too fast, then you'll kind of miss a chance of hitting him. And I'm saying this is the most RNG dependent fight in the game, and I kill him probably in 5 seconds. I've never seen the game behave that well for me ever. That was just surprising. I don't even know what to say right now, as the video is about to end in about a few seconds. I was hoping to say a lot more, but I guess luck was on my side today.